We got an electric football game ahead of us, Thursday night football between the Patriots and the Steelers, and I have some player props for you guys to hammer. Two storied NFL franchises heading against each other on this Thursday night football primetime game. We're all pumped for it. Might as well have some plays to sweat out. Before we get into our picks for Thursday, do need to do a recap from Monday Night Football, which was great. Monday Night Football was awesome. I gave out 3 picks on this YouTube channel. We got 2 of those 3 to cash. We ended the day plus 2.86 units. That brings our total profit season to date to above 24 units, above 19% ROI on these NFL player props, these plus money banger NFL player props. It's been incredible. So if you have been tailing or if you are new, make sure to subscribe if you are not already. Again, if you've been tailing, make sure to comment and let me know. Love hearing the feedback, even if it's negative. I love hearing feedback. And then also if you could like the video, that would help me out as well. As for this game, we can get into it. The first play, and actually I'm only going to have one play here, and a minor one at the end that doesn't really count, but it's kind of fun. The real player prop that we have is Deontay Johnson over 4.5 receptions, plus 130 odds at DraftKings. So it's also plus 130 at BetMGM if the odds change on DraftKings while you're watching this. In this slop fest of a game, I will admit, it was tough to find an angle, admittedly. The total is literally 30.5. That's disgusting. With the total that low, yeah, it's going to be some tough sledding for the offenses from an offensive perspective. Bailey Zappi versus Mitch Trubisky on primetime football, baby. But with that said, I actually do like this Deontay Johnson one quite a bit. Looking at Johnson, there's no doubt that it's been a rough stretch the past couple weeks, really the past month or so. When he first came back from injury, he was awesome. He had 5 receptions, 8 receptions, and 7 receptions in the first 3 games back from injury. Since then, he's had 1, 2, 4, and 4 receptions. And then obviously he was in the news a couple weeks ago when he had that play where he was blocking and then the running back fumbled and looked like he either saw it and didn't care or it looked like he just wasn't trying at all. Either way, it's not a great look. I will admit this one is definitely scary, but I do think that there is reason for optimism in riding with Johnson in this one. Even with the weird stuff going on, he's still playing enough snaps for this over to cash for us. His snap percentage hasn't completely plummeted, even with the recent stuff going on. It's been mid-70s the past 2 weeks. Now that is going down a little bit. Prior to that, he was in the mid-80s. So yes, it has gone down, but it hasn't gone down to a point where he's literally unplayable or he's not playing at all. And then another reason why I like this is, again, even with the playing time, if you look at his past couple games from a targets perspective, it hasn't been horrible. He had 8, and then 5 targets the past 3 weeks. So 8, and then 5 the past 3 weeks. And then this is a smaller sample size, and it's going back to last year. But look up Deontay Johnson's stats when Mitch Trubisky was the quarterback for the Steelers in 7 games last year. Yes, it's a limited sample size, but in those 7 games, Deontay Johnson averaged over 7 receptions per game and had 8 in multiple games as well. So the hope here is that Trubisky once again hyper targets Deontay Johnson back in the starting lineup, and hopefully Deontay Johnson can come through for us for at least 5 receptions. I will say I'm laddering this all the way up to 7. So if you're looking at books that are offering ladders for this one, I personally am laddering it up to 7. I'm only going to track, obviously, whether he hits the over 4.5 or not, but I do like him up to 7. Just as you scale up the receptions, scale down the unit size. And then for the fun play that I hinted at, if you go to FanDuel and you look at the touchdown bands prop, you could get that there's either 0 or 1 touchdown scored in this game, 0 or 1 touchdowns for plus 440 odds at FanDuel. So I'm not going to track whether that hits or not. I think that the value on that is incredible. Shout out to a guy in my Discord who put me on that one. So if you're not, I definitely recommend joining the Discord in the description as well. We have some fun plays like that. But the Deontay Johnson one is the official play, over 4.5 receptions, and then the sprinkle on the 0 or 1 touchdown scored for plus 440 odds. I think that's pretty good. And that's all we got. So slop fest of a game. Hopefully we can make some money out of it. One play for you guys to tail. If you are riding with me, make sure to comment and let me know. Other than that, remember to like the video, subscribe, as I mentioned. I appreciate everybody for watching, even in this bad of a game, and have a good one.